Welcome back to another Handyman Land video. Today's video, I'll be painting this wall behind me, but I'm not here to show you how to paint a wall. I'm here to show you some cool products that I picked up, and the question is, do they work or is it even worth the money? We have a touch-up rotor saver, brush and rotor spinner, and I picked up this trim brush on Amazon for a few bucks, but I really purchased this just to help me cut these corners sharp, basically to avoid using up too much tape. If you've been out lately shopping for some frog tape, you will know it's gotten expensive. So I'm just going to stir this primer here, and I'm not going to worry too much of getting the white primer on this wall. I'll be using this 2-inch brush for that, to cut our corners. And then I'll be using this brush for this bare painting primer. And a quick tip, when you're about to paint a wall, before, just do some prep work and fix your wall where there's any dents or holes from other picture frames. And that's what this is. This is plaster. I plastered, I sand, I plastered, I sand before I even started this painting process. Also, to have a cleaner, professional look, just remove your outlet covers. Outlet covers remove, and just put some tape on your outlet. And I personally like to start from the edges. I have my first coat of primer on. So we're going to test out our brush rotor spinner. So let's put water in our bucket. Okay, so for this, some people say you should try to pry it a little bit, because if not, you're going to have a lot of difficulty getting your brush in the first time. Okay, so let's see if I can get this in there. Woo! Yeah, it's not easy. Okay, I know you gotta keep wiggling it. There you go. Hopefully I got that. I wasn't out of focus here. So once you have your brush connected to your rotor spinner, dip it in the water. Keep spinning. Now here I have my brush and rotor cleaner. I picked this up on Amazon for about $5. Your big box store does sell these, the Purdy brand, but you're going to pay a lot more than $5. We don't need that. Let's peel this off. And for the comb side is for your brush. You see right here. Helps loosen all that up. See, it's already looking better. Okay, let's do it again. Hold this part so it don't spin on us. Looks almost new. Okay, I got clean water. Let's do it again. And this is really up to you how clean you want your brush to be. Nice. I'm satisfied with that. that looks good. Now I emptied out my bucket. Now we're just going to rinse it off. I say that's looking good. It's nice and dry now. Now to remove it, let's just wiggle it out. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know, the casing that your brush comes with, if it comes with one of these type of casings with Velcro, don't throw this out. Because if you're going to save your brush, you want to keep this. The reason for that is you put your brush back in, right? Now your brush does not lose its shape. And when you pull it out of the casing again, it's going to look like a brand new brush. Now I'll just keep this in the casing until I get ready to paint the final color on the wall. Now, what I think about the spinner, for cleaning the brush, I like it. It saves you time. It's much more easier using this than you in the basement sink trying to clean your brush out. And if you're cleaning a brush using running water, you're actually wasting more water. At least that's my opinion. Also, at first, yes, you have to break this in. It's going to be a little difficult to get the brush in and out in the first few times that you use it, but I believe that it'll get easier over time. And I guess this, you can look there, it's like a clamping device. And if you look carefully, right there, you latch it in place, and then you could hang it in your workshop. And here's the 9-inch rotors I'll be using. The rotor I was using for the primer is a cheapie. I'll just dispose of this. I won't waste my time trying to clean this. But for these, I will try to clean these up because they are pretty pricey now. Here's the paint we'll be using. And the cutter is Green Energy. It's a pretty nice cutter. I like it. I'll just stir this and then we're going to test out our fancy brush to cut edges. And that's to avoid taping the wall. And if I don't like it, then I'll tape the wall. I like it. You have to have a steady hand for this. And this wall is not perfect. It's not a sharp edge. It does have some spots that go in and out, but it's not bad. Now, I was trying my best to not make a mess. I have no idea how I spilled some green paint in this area, but I have these crocodile cloths here. I heard good things about it. Let's test it out. It's a nice size cloth. I got a little bit of paint on my finger. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. That cleaned up really well. My brother picked these up at the big box store, but if I find a link, I'll drop it in the description at the bottom. On this side, I was pressing harder. It just takes some getting used to. So you might want to practice on something before you hit your main project. Now, I did wait a little too late to be doing this. So I was started doing other stuff, so probably won't be able to clean it too good. I'll see. Nice. Took a lot out. Look at that. I'm happy with that. Now, to be honest, I didn't think the brush was going to come out that good because I had let the paint sit there for about close to an hour. I had to wrap it up yesterday and stop what I was doing because it was getting late, but today I'm on the second coat on the wall. So you can clearly tell that it needs a second coat. And our rotor brush has been in this plastic bag all night. So I'm curious how clean I'll get it using our rotor spinner here. Stirring our new can. Here's how it turned out. Looks good. I like it. As for now, we're gonna clean our area. If you haven't seen this mop bucket yet, it's awesome. The Liability. Now you go ahead and pull this lever down. Go ahead and latch it again. I never thought I would like a mop bucket. First, I'm gonna test this touch-up rotor saver. I'm not sure how well this is going to do because I don't have a lot of paint on the rotor. I think this really works best if you accidentally over poured your paint into the tray. So we're gonna fill up our bucket of water, and hopefully it's not too windy that you have trouble hearing me. It does have some measurements. This side is 1/4 of an inch, and on this side 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Yeah, so looking at the rotor, I don't expect this to do much. But let's see. Okay. Well, I can't get that side in. Let's try the other side. Chose the wrong side. This is, yes, this is the right side. So let's see now that I have it in place. Oh, that didn't work. So now that I have the right side in, let's see how much. Does it actually squeeze anything out? Oh yeah, it is. Look at all that paint. Wow. Let's see. Not helping. Wow. Now I'm regretting that I didn't do this in the can. I really didn't think it was going to squeeze that much paint out. And this brush, this rotor brush has been sitting now for at least 4 hours plus overnight. Wow. That's amazing. That was a lot of paint I was not expecting. Of course, This is a messy process if you want to save your brush. I probably shouldn't be wearing long sleeves right now. We go a second time around. It's getting a little bit more. Wow. Okay, that was impressive. And messy. Get our rotor. Okay, got our rotor on there. Probably the best I'm gonna get it. Let me rinse it off. Not bad for 2 days of painting without cleaning it the first night. Now I'm gonna just talk to you a little bit about what I think about each of these products that I purchased. The steel brush, what I think about it. It's a must. You should get one. It doesn't necessarily need to be this Purdy brand. You can get these cheaper. I believe for this one I paid about $6 or $5 for it, but you can get a cheaper one than this brand. Also, if you look at this shape here, that is to squeeze some of the excess paint that you don't want on your rotor. Frog tape, it's good. When you're painting, if you don't want to mess up too much and you're not a pro like me, frog tape is the best tape to go with. I like it. It's a little pricey, but you get what you pay for when you're purchasing the tape. Now let's talk about the trim brush. I like it. It took a little bit of getting used to. I noticed if you apply pressure and you go at a steady motion, you'll get a nice, sharp, straight line. So you might want to practice first before you use it on your main projects just to learn how to get a nice straight line with it. I couldn't help but notice it seems like this company is basically copying off the color scheme of Purdy. It's not a Purdy brush. I know it may look like it, but I like it. I don't care if they're trying to bite off somebody. I think they should have just chose different colors. Now for the rotor saver. I like it. It impressed me. I didn't think it was going to take off as much paint as it did, but it's very messy. You might want to wear latex gloves if you don't want to get paint under your nails. But it did remove a significant amount of paint, and I was impressed by it. And it does kind of, I don't know if you can see from there, it is 2 different sizes on each end for different size rotors. This side is for 10 and 15 millimeters, and this side is for 6 millimeters. Now for the brush and rotor spinner. This was my favorite painting tool that I've purchased. I was very impressed with it. It takes a lot of paint off. I used to hate being in the basement trying to take all the paint off the rotor or the brush when I know I want to maintain the brush and rotors. Rotors and brushes have gotten expensive. And for a tool like this, I believe it's worth the price. This one was about a little over $20. I believe it was close to $25. But this is a Purdy brand. Purdy is going to be more expensive. I can't speak on the other rotor and brush spinners out there that are around, I believe, like $15. I can't say if they're any good and I can't say they're any bad. But the Purdy one does work great. And it's very heavy. You can tell that it's very well made. So I'm impressed with this, and this was my favorite one that I purchased. And just for a little painting tip, when you have these Pringle cans, don't throw them away. You can store your used rotors inside your can. Close it up. There you go. It's just a nice way to store your old used rotors. Well, there you have it. That's my video for today. I hope you found this video entertaining and enjoyable. I hope someone out there learned something new from this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon, and I'll see you on the next one. You have a good one.